welcome back to the channel. Rare Coins All World. If you're passionate about coin collecting and discovering rare treasures, then you're in for a treat today. We're going to dive into one of the most fascinating coins from the United States, the 1972 half dollar. This coin, often overlooked by many, has garnered the attention of collectors for its intriguing history and the potential it holds to bring in a significant amount of money. Stick around because, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why the 1972 half dollar could be a hidden gem in your collection. Now, let's rewind the clock a bit and talk about the half dollar. The half dollar has been a part of the United States currency since the 18th century, but the design we're focusing on today is the one from 1972. This particular coin is part of the Kennedy half dollar series, which was first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. Since its release, the Kennedy half dollar has become one of the most iconic coins in American history, and it continues to be highly sought after by collectors. When you look at the 1972 half dollar, the design is unmistakable. On the obverse, you'll see the famous portrait of John F. Kennedy, created by Gilroy Roberts, with his signature profile and his solemn expression. On the reverse, the eagle, with an olive branch in its talons and a bundle of arrows in the other, represents peace and strength, symbolizing the ideals of freedom and democracy that President Kennedy stood for. While the 1972 half dollar was minted in relatively large quantities, it's still an important coin to watch for in your collection. The value of this coin can depend on several factors, such as its condition, mint marks, and any potential errors it might have. Most of the 1972 half dollars that were minted are fairly common, but there are certain variations that make them much more valuable, so let's dive deeper into those details. First, let's talk about mint marks. The 1972 half dollar was minted at two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, while those from Denver are marked with a D mint mark. These mint marks can make a difference in terms of rarity. Generally speaking, the Philadelphia minted coins tend to be more abundant, but certain Denver coins, depending on their condition and any unique characteristics, can sometimes fetch higher prices. But what really makes a coin like the 1972 half dollar stand out to collectors is its condition. In the world of numismatics, a coin's condition is a key factor in determining its value. The more pristine the coin, the more it will be worth. If you come across a 1972 half dollar that is uncirculated, meaning it has no signs of wear or scratches, you could have a piece worth more than you might expect. An uncirculated coin is one that was preserved in perfect condition, usually kept in a protective case or storage, away from circulation. This type of coin is especially valuable to collectors who are looking for the best examples of a given series. Additionally, proof coins from 1972, which were specially struck for collectors, are another important part of the market. These proof coins have a mirror-like finish and were made with extra care during the minting process. While not extremely rare, the proof version of the 1972 half dollar is often sought after by collectors who want to complete their sets with pristine examples of the series. But let's get to the good stuff, the potential errors. Minting errors are one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. A small mistake during the production of a coin can turn it into a rare treasure worth far more than its face value. The 1972 half dollar is no exception. Some known errors for this coin include double dies, where the design is slightly doubled, and off-center strikes, where the coin's design is not aligned properly. If you find a 1972 half dollar with an error, it could make a significant difference in the coin's value. Now, let's talk about the value. Most 1972 half dollars, unless they are in mint condition or have unique errors, are generally worth only a small premium above face value. However, if you find a coin with an extraordinary condition or a rare mint error, the value can shoot up significantly. So, what is the price that a 1972 half dollar could fetch if it's in excellent condition or features a rare error? Well, prepare yourself, because if you have an exceptional 1972 half dollar, it could be worth a whopping $100,000. That's right, $100,000. For a coin that many people pass by without a second glance, it's remarkable to think about the potential it holds. Whether it's because of its excellent condition, rare mint mark, or a valuable minting error, the 1972 half-dollar can easily fetch an incredible price at auction or from a serious collector. Today, we're diving into a special coin that holds a remarkable place in American history, the 1976 bicentennial half-dollar. This coin isn't just a piece of currency, it's a symbol of American pride, history, and a reminder of the 200th anniversary of the country's independence. But what makes this coin even more exciting for collectors is its value, which can sometimes reach astonishing amounts. Stick with us as we explore this iconic coin, its significance, and what it could be worth in today's market. The 1976 bicentennial half-dollar was issued to commemorate the United States' 200th birthday, marking 2 centuries since the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. To celebrate this milestone, the U.S. Mint issued a series of bicentennial coins, including a quarter, a half-dollar, and a dollar coin, all featuring unique designs that were only available for this one special year. One of the most striking features of the 1976 half-dollar is the design itself. The coin's obverse, front, depicts the portrait of President John F. Kennedy, the famous likeness created by artist Gilroy Roberts. However, the reverse, back, of the coin is where things get interesting. Instead of the usual eagle, this coin features a distinctive bicentennial design, a colonial drummer in front of a large Liberty Bell. The image of the bell and drummer is a visual tribute to the American Revolution and the country's fight for freedom. The 1976 bicentennial half-dollar was minted in both copper, nickel, and silver, with the silver versions being particularly sought after. These coins were created as a way to celebrate the American spirit, but they also had a huge impact on the world of coin collecting. The limited edition nature of these coins, along with their historical significance, means that they're not just collector's items, they're also investments. Now, let's talk about the mint marks. The 1976 bicentennial half-dollar was minted in multiple locations, and the mint mark on the coin can affect its value. You'll find coins with no mint mark, which means they were struck in Philadelphia, as well as coins with a D mint mark, for Denver, or an S mint mark, for San Francisco. The San Francisco minted coins were often used for proof sets and have a much higher level of detail and finish compared to their standard counterparts. If you come across a 1976 half-dollar with an S mint mark, especially one that's in pristine condition, you may be holding something truly special. But what about the value of this coin? You might be wondering, is it really worth a lot of money? Well, while the 1976 bicentennial half-dollar is fairly common in circulation, there are certain factors that can significantly boost its value. One of the most important factors is the coin's condition. Coins that have been well preserved, especially those with no visible wear or scratches, are always more valuable than coins that have been heavily circulated. When it comes to bicentennial coins, collectors are particularly interested in coins that are uncirculated, meaning they have never been in general circulation. These coins are often stored in protective cases or sealed bags to keep them in pristine condition. If you come across a 1976 half-dollar that's in uncirculated condition, you may already be holding a coin worth far more than its face value. But, as with any coin, the rarest and most valuable versions of the 1976 bicentennial half-dollar come from minting errors. Errors such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or even incorrectly stamped designs can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary find. Coins with minting errors are incredibly sought after by collectors because they are unique, and sometimes these errors can make a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. However, the biggest potential windfall comes when you find a perfect example of a silver bicentennial half-dollar in mint condition. Silver coins, particularly from this era, are highly valued not only for their historical significance but also for their intrinsic value. Silver prices fluctuate, but a silver coin generally holds a higher value than its copper-nickel counterpart. So, if you're lucky enough to find a silver 1976 bicentennial half-dollar in perfect condition, it could fetch a significant amount at auction. So, how much can the 1976 bicentennial half-dollar be worth in today's market? For the average coin in good condition, you're looking at a value that's well above face value, usually ranging from a few dollars to around $10, depending on the mint mark and condition. However, if you have an uncirculated version, a proof coin, or one with a rare minting error, then the value can rise dramatically. And now, for the big reveal, if you come across an exceptional 1976 bicentennial half-dollar, perhaps one of the finest specimens with a rare minting error or a perfect silver version in pristine condition, then it could be worth as much as $110,000. That's right, $110,000. It's hard to believe that a coin, often passed over in circulation, could fetch such an astonishing price. But with the right condition and rarity, the 1976 bicentennial half-dollar can be worth a small fortune. Today, we have something truly special to talk about, the 1971 United States half-dollar. This coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but some versions of it are worth an absolute fortune. If you have one of these hidden gems sitting in your collection or tucked away in a drawer, you could be holding something extremely valuable. Stay with me as we uncover the history, design, mint marks, and most importantly, the potential jaw-dropping value of this half-dollar coin. Let's start with a little history. The 1971 half-dollar belongs to the Kennedy half-dollar series, which was first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy following his tragic assassination in 1963. The coin was designed to honor his legacy, and it quickly became one of the most collected coins in American history. The Kennedy half-dollar was originally struck in 90% silver in 1964, but due to the rising costs of silver, the composition was changed in 1965 to 40% silver. However, 1971 marked a major shift. It was the first year that the Kennedy half-dollar was struck in a copper-nickel composition, officially ending silver circulation half-dollars. Now, let's talk about the design of this coin. On the obverse, front, side, you'll see the iconic portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His profile faces left, with the word Liberty arching above his head and the motto, "In God We Trust," below. The year 1971 is inscribed at the bottom. Flipping the coin over, the reverse, back, side features a beautifully detailed heraldic eagle with a shield on its chest, designed by Frank Gasparo. The eagle holds an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other, symbolizing both peace and strength. Above the eagle is a ring of stars, representing the original 13 colonies of the United States. Encircling the design are the words United States of America and half-dollar. One key factor that determines the value of this coin is the mint mark. The 1971 half-dollar was minted in 3 locations. Coins minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark. Coins from Denver carry a small D mint mark on the obverse side, just below Kennedy's neck. Proof coins from San Francisco have an S mint mark and were specially struck with a higher level of detail and shine. Now, you may be wondering, why is this coin worth so much money? While most 1971 half-dollars are fairly common, there are some extremely rare and valuable versions out there. The biggest reason for these high values is minting errors. Errors such as double strikes, off-center strikes, missing letters, and planchet mistakes can dramatically increase a coin's value. But the rarest and most valuable versions are the ones that were accidentally struck on 40% silver planchets instead of the intended copper-nickel planchets. That's right. A small number of 1971 half-dollars were mistakenly struck in 40% silver, making them extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. These silver error coins are so rare that finding one in excellent condition can fetch huge sums of money at auctions. So, how much is the 1971 half-dollar actually worth? Well, if you have a regular circulated version, it's usually worth only face value, about 50 cents to a couple of dollars. However, an uncirculated or proof version can be worth $10 to $50 or even more, depending on its grade and condition. But if you happen to have one of the extremely rare silver error coins, or one with a major minting mistake, the value skyrockets. And now for the grand reveal, the rarest and most pristine versions of the 1971 half-dollar, especially those struck in silver by mistake, have sold for as much as $130,000. Yes, you heard that right, $130,000. Today, we have an exciting coin to discuss, the 1981 United States half-dollar. This coin, a part of the iconic Kennedy half-dollar series, might seem like an everyday piece of change, but certain rare variations have made collectors go wild. Some versions of this coin are worth an astonishing amount of money, and today, we are going to uncover all the secrets behind its incredible value. Let's start with a bit of history. The Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It was introduced as a way to honor his legacy, and from the very beginning, this coin became one of the most collected coins in American history. Originally, the half-dollar was made of 90% silver, but in 1965, the U.S. Mint reduced the silver content to 40%. By 1971, the composition changed completely to a copper-nickel blend, which is what we see in most of the Kennedy half-dollars today, including the 1981 version. Now, let's break down the design of the 1981 Kennedy half-dollar. On the obverse, front, side, you'll find a striking portrait of President John F. Kennedy, facing left. This design was created by Gilroy Roberts, and it has remained one of the most iconic images on U.S. currency. The word "Liberty" is engraved above his head, while the phrase, "In God We Trust," is written below, split on either side of his neck. The year 1981 is clearly marked at the bottom. Now, flipping over to the reverse, back, side, we see an incredibly detailed heraldic eagle, designed by Frank Gasparo. The eagle holds an olive branch in one talon, symbolizing peace, and a bundle of arrows in the other, representing strength and defense. Surrounding the eagle is a ring of stars, representing the original 13 American colonies. At the top, you'll find the words United States of America, and at the bottom, the denomination half-dollar. One of the most important factors in determining the value of this coin is its mint mark. The 1981 half-dollar was minted in 3 different locations: the Philadelphia Mint, which does not have a mint mark; the Denver Mint, which has a small D mint mark just below Kennedy's neck; the San Francisco Mint, which produced special proof versions marked with an S. So, what makes the 1981 half-dollar so valuable? While most of these coins are common, there are some extremely rare varieties that collectors are willing to pay huge amounts for. The biggest reason for these sky-high values is minting errors and special variations. Some of the most valuable errors include off-center strikes, where the coin was struck improperly and part of the design is missing; double die errors, which result in slight overlapping or doubling of letters and numbers; wrong planchet errors, where a coin is mistakenly struck on the wrong type of metal. But the rarest and most sought-after versions of the 1981 Kennedy half-dollar are those that were accidentally struck on 40% silver planchets instead of the usual copper-nickel composition. These silver errors were never meant to exist, but a small number were produced due to leftover silver blanks from earlier years being mixed in at the mint. Now, let's talk about the value. If you have a standard circulated 1981 half-dollar, it's usually only worth face value, or around 50 cents. Even uncirculated versions typically sell for a few dollars. However, if you have a proof version, or one in high mint condition, it could be worth $10 to $50 or more. But here's where it gets interesting: error coins and silver planchet mistakes can skyrocket in price. And now for the big moment: the rarest versions of the 1981 Kennedy half-dollar, especially those struck in silver by mistake, have sold for as much as $150,000. Yes, you heard that right, $150,000 for a single rare half-dollar coin. Today, we have an exciting discussion about the United States half-dollar from the year 2000. You might be surprised to learn that some of these coins have sold for massive amounts, all because of their rarity, condition, and unique minting errors. If you have one of these half-dollars sitting in your collection or spare change, you'll want to watch this video until the end. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. Let's start with a little background on the Kennedy half-dollar. This coin was first introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy, following his tragic assassination in 1963. Since its release, it has remained one of the most iconic and widely collected U.S. coins. Originally, the Kennedy half-dollar contained 90% silver, but over time, its composition changed. By 1971, the U.S. Mint completely removed silver from circulation strikes, switching to a copper-nickel blend. However, proof versions of the coin, struck for collectors, continued to contain silver in limited numbers. The 2000 Kennedy half-dollar follows the same classic design as previous years. The obverse, front side, features a left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. Above his head, the word Liberty is engraved, while In God We Trust is split across both sides of his neck. Below the portrait, the year 2000 is prominently displayed. Flipping the coin over to the reverse, back side, you'll see the majestic heraldic eagle, designed by Frank Gasparo. The eagle holds an olive branch in one talon, symbolizing peace, and a bundle of arrows in the other, representing strength and defense. A ring of stars surrounds the eagle, representing the original 13 American colonies. Above the eagle, the words United States of America are engraved, and below it, you'll find the denomination half-dollar. Now, let's talk about mint marks and where these coins were produced. The 2000 Kennedy half-dollar was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia Mint, P mint mark. If your coin has a small P below Kennedy's neck, it was minted in Philadelphia. Denver Mint, D mint mark. D mint mark indicates that your coin was struck at the Denver Mint. San Francisco Mint, S mint mark. The San Francisco Mint produced proof versions of this coin, often in both clad and silver versions. So, what makes the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar valuable? While most of these coins are still only worth face value, there are certain rare variations that collectors are willing to pay huge amounts for. Let's go over the factors that can make one of these coins extremely valuable. Mint errors. One of the biggest reasons some 2000 Kennedy half-dollars sell for thousands of dollars is due to minting errors. Some of the most valuable errors include double die errors. If you notice a doubling effect on the lettering, numbers, or Kennedy's profile, you could have a highly valuable coin. Off-center strikes. Some coins were struck improperly, causing part of the design to be shifted or missing. These are highly collectible. Wrong planchet errors. In rare cases, some Kennedy half-dollars were mistakenly struck on silver planchets instead of their intended copper-nickel composition. These rare silver errors can sell for a fortune. High-grade coins, even without errors. A 2000 Kennedy half-dollar in perfect, uncirculated condition, graded MS 67 or higher, can be worth a surprising amount of money. Coins in lower grades are common, but those in pristine condition can be quite rare. Now, let's talk about the value of these coins. A typical 2000 Kennedy half-dollar in circulated condition is usually worth just 50 cents. Even an uncirculated version might only fetch a few dollars. However, if you have a proof coin from the San Francisco Mint, it could be worth between $10 and $50, depending on its grade. But here's where it gets exciting. If you have a rare error coin, such as a double die strike, off-center strike, or silver planchet error, the value skyrockets. Some of the rarest 2000 half-dollars, particularly those with major mint errors, have sold for as much as $170,000, so, if you own a 2000 Kennedy half-dollar, check it carefully. Look for any mint marks, unusual features, or metal composition differences. If you think you have a rare one, consider getting it professionally graded to determine its true value. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.